Welcome to SG Study World. I hope you are enjoying this series of algebra, understanding the basics of algebra. In the first video, we talked about the different vocabulary words that we use or the vocabulary terms that we use. For example, we talked about constant, coefficients, terms, factors, things like these, and we tried to understand everything in detail. In our second video, we discussed the difference between equation and expression. In our today's video, we are going to work on the words like and unlike terms. What are like terms and what are unlike terms? We are going to discuss this in detail today. So let's get started. Like term. Like term is a term that has same variable. The variable attached should be exactly same. That means if we are talking about x, let's say 5x and 7x, then both of them have x. Hence, they come into the category of same variable. But these variables should also be raised to the same exponents. Now, let's take a look. What does that mean? In order to understand same exponents, let's take three terms here, 5x, 7x, and 19x square. So it can be very comfortably said that all of them have x variable. This also has x variable here, followed by x and x. Now we are referring to their exponents. Exponents means power. If you see clearly here, x here has no power, or we can say x has a power of 1. Here also x has a power of 1. So in these two terms, the variables are same and the exponents are same. Let's take example of the third one. Here the variable is definitely x, but look at the power of x. It is square. So this is not complying with the rule of same exponents. So I will say 19x square is not a like term with 5x or 7x for that matter. So like terms are when we are talking about the same variable raised to the same exponent. Let's take another example, 7y, 15y square, 31y cube, and 9y square. If we see all of them have y, so of course they are all good with the same variable. But let's talk about the exponents. Talking about exponents, the first one has exponent of 1, the next one has 2, the next one has 3, and the following one has 2. So these twos are same. Both of them have the same power of 2 and 2 and the same variable of y and y. So I can very comfortably say 15y square and 9y square are like terms. So that also means what are unlike terms? Unlike terms will be terms either the variable will be different. This becomes the easiest case. If I have 9x and 16y and 31xy. So if you look at the variables, here is x, here is y, and here is xy. So all the variables are different. In this case, when the variables are different, they are absolutely unlike terms. There is no question about like terms. It gets little confusing when we are talking about the exponents. Now let's imagine all of the variables here are same. So all of them are following the first rule. That means they have same variables. Now let's talk about the exponents. If I raise them to different powers, this is raised to the power of 5, this is raised to the power of 3, and this is raised to the power of 9. So the variables are same. So the first thing that should come to mind is that maybe they are like terms, but looking at the exponents, this is 5, this is 3, and this is 9. For a like term, they have to be same variable and same exponents. But here, the exponents are different. Hence, they are unlike terms. They are not like terms. We are going to use the same concept of like and unlike terms once in some examples. Let's take an example of an equation. So we are going to talk about this equation, and this equation has now terms. As you can see, there are four terms. Now we are going to identify if they are like terms or unlike terms. Let me make the pairs. We'll figure out if 7x and 3y square are they like terms. We are also going to figure out if 19x and 7x are like terms. And we're also going to find out the relationship between 5y square and 19x. Let's talk about this in detail. 7x, here the variable is x. 3y square, the variable is y square. The variables are different, hence these are unlike terms. These are not like terms. X and x like terms. Exponents are same. Both of them have one exponent each, hence like terms. Y square and x, the variables are different, hence unlike terms. This is all about like terms and unlike terms. I hope you have understood the question. If you have any doubts, feel free to drop a comment and I will be more than happy to answer it. Enjoy the learning process and thank you for watching. Bye bye.